Well, welcome back, my friends and family. Thanks for tuning in. And for those new subscribers, thank you. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Please like, share, so we can spread the word. Now, today, I'm going to talk about an island that changed the world. Yes, my friend, I really mean an island that changed the world. This is the West Best Media: culture, truth, roots, with no filters. Today's episode: the island of Jamaica that changed the world. Is Jamaica the most culturally diverse island in the Caribbean and maybe the world? Let's break it down. Real facts. When we say culture, diversity, we're not just talking about skin color. We're talking about the blend of language, food, music, spirituality, history, identity that shape a nation. And if we're being honest and real, Jamaica is a fusion. It's where Jamaica meets Europe, India meets China, Arabs meet the Caribbean, and it's all blended into something that the world can't stop watching. Who built the Jamaica? Jamaica most populations are of African descendants, no doubt. But here's the truth. Many groups keep, many groups help to build the culture and they left their mark. Here's a list. The Tinos, they were the first people on the island, gave us the word Exlamaica, land of wood and water. West Africa, brought there through slavery. Yoruba, Akan, Igbos, Konko gave us the rhythm and the language. Food and resistance. The British colonizer left a system of bloodshed, but also a colony framework and language. We have the Indians, came after slavery ended. They brought curry, they brought roti, and yes, they brought ganja. Yes, the Indians brought ganja. Some people call it cali weed. Some people call it marijuana. Some people call it herb. It's the same thing. The culture and the festival. Chinese Jamaican build up the retail trade and food shops. Sweet and sour, chow mein, jerk fusion. The Lebanese. Oh yeah, you didn't know that the Lebanese were in Jamaica. The Syrians came as traders, heavily involved in business and real estate. And here's something gonna shock you too. The Jamaican Jews. Yes, yes, my brothers and sisters. Jamaica has some Jews in there too. They escaped inquisitions, settled as early as 1500. That's how long ago the Jews were settled in Jamaica. That's not diversity. That's the global cocktail of culture pressure into one small island. Yes, I'm laughing, but it's true. Jamaica is a culture hotspot. I know. I grew up there. To give you an idea for those who don't know, Jamaica is a very small island. You can drive around it in one day. I've did it so many times. But Jamaica isn't just culturally diverse, it's culturally powerful. This island has influenced the entire world through its expression. A lot of times you meet people and people say, Wagwan came out of Jamaica, original out of Nigeria, the language. Yes. Music. Now, who can forget Bob Marley? But Bob Marley wasn't the only one. Before Bob Marley, there was Jimmy Cliff, who's still alive. You have Peter Tosh, Gregory Isaac, Yellow Man, Buju Banton, just to name a few. Rastafari isn't just a religion, it's a African political cultural revival. Yes, you heard me right. Rastafari is not just a religion, it's an African political and cultural rival. The Jamaican language, Patois, is spoken by people who have never stepped foot on the island. Yes, you're going to New York or you're going to London and some parts of Europe, you'll hear people speaking the language to each other, but they have never been to Jamaica. That's how powerful the culture is. The culture is very, very powerful. Now, let's talk about food. Everywhere you go, you know about jerk chicken. But I'm going to tell you this as a Jamaican, it's not everywhere you go can fix jerk chicken. I've had that experience. Talk about ackee and saltfish, curry goat, all over London and New York and Toronto. Sports, Usain Bolt, Shelley and Fraser Price, names known worldwide. Let's get back to this jerk chicken. It's a very funny story. Several years ago, I went to work in Ocean City, Maryland, and I was looking around for somewhere to eat. I saw a Jamaican flag, just like the one behind me. I'd say, yes, find some yard food. For those of you who don't know, I'm talking about yard food. I found some Jamaican food. So I walked in, say hello. I looked up, they said jerk chicken and all that stuff. So I ordered jerk chicken, rice and peas. But I was kind of curious. When I looked and saw a lady picked up a piece of chicken, and I looked at it, there was no seasoning or anything on there. and she went around the back, and maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes later, she came back. So she gave me the food, but before I paid for it, I opened it up, took the fork and stuck in the chicken. And I lift up the side that was up was grilled, but underneath it, there was blood coming. The juice was red. Let's put it that way. So I said to her, "This ain't jerk chicken." She went off on me. "Yes, it is jerk chicken. What do you know about jerk chicken?" So to make a long story short, I just said, "What a bumble clot you talking about?" So she looked at me. I said, "Yes, I'm from Jamaica, and that's not jerk chicken, and I don't want it." So I walked out. But that's just to show you how influential the culture is. Everybody want to adapt the culture and the food. Now we're going to move on to Pan Africanism. Marcus Garvey. But be honest, Marcus Garvey wasn't the one who started the Pan African movement. It was a guy from Trinidad. His name is Sylvester Henry Williams. He was the first one who mentioned the word Pan African. And in fact, he had a conference in London in the early 1900s. Marcus Garvey, I think W.E. Du Bois, Nkrumah, and other African leaders were there. So Marcus Garvey wasn't the one who started the Pan-African movement. I just want to set that record straight because a lot of people still think that he is, but he was very influential in the Pan-African movement. He laid the foundation for Black power and global consciousness and the return to Africa. I could give him credit for that. But the Pan-African movement wasn't his. It was Sylvester Henry Williams from Trinidad and Tobago. How many islands have done that? Just to ask yourself. Think about it. In the world today, how many islands that have done what Jamaica did for such a small island? 3 million people. In fact, how many countries have that much of a cultural power on the world like Jamaica? Yes, there's other diversified islands. Let's be fair. Trinidad and Tobago has an African Indian population almost equal. Cuba has a very Afro-Cuban, Spanish-Chinese influence. Haiti carries deep West Africa spiritual tradition. But Jamaica is unique, is one of a kind. The global imprint per capita, unmatched. And I'm not just saying that as a Jamaican. Like I said, 3 million people, yet every continent in this world know about Jamaica. Jamaica proves that Africa in exile didn't just survive, it transformed. It shows people stolen, colonized, scattered could build a culture now lead the world in sound, style, and sprint. This ain't just about flags or food, it's about identity. Jamaica is a reminder of who we are and who we still can become. Yes, my friends, Jamaica is a small island, but very big in influence in culture. We have a saying in Jamaica saying, we liquor but we talawa, which means that we're a small island, but we're large in culture. So before I go, just want to ask you, please like, share, and by all means subscribe. Share this episode with your friends, family, who might want to know more about Jamaica or who needs a reminder that Black excellence and the Caribbean fire really looks alike. Yes, take a Black American, take a Jamaican, take an African, you put them together. If they don't open their mouth, you can't tell the difference. So we all are one. Different culture because of experience. But bottom line, we're one people. I myself, I get asked a lot of times if I'm from Ethiopia, Somali, Eritrea, Djibouti, that part of the world. And I'm not. But peace out. One love, one destiny, and one people. And God bless always.